want to first make it known that it is not my intention to disrespect anyone or make anyone upset in the making of this video, but I also want to let you know that it's gonna happen.
GT is undoubtedly, in my opinion, better than Super in every way, and to be honest, I think that it is a bandwagon opinion that Super is better than GT. I actually don't think a lot of people think that. I think that people run with that because they have no brains to think for themselves, and they're like, okay, without even really thinking about it. And that's a lot of anime in this day and age. People just run with whatever's popular, and I don't really get it. So I want you to tell me if I'm wrong in any of these points, because I'm going to say some logical shit, but anime fan bases are not logical. So I'm completely aware that I'm gonna get some people who are just mad at me for simply the title. It is what it is. But like I said, tell me if there's anything I say that's wrong. Number one reason why I hate Dragon Ball Super, and I think it's dumb, and I think it should be exiled, sent to the nether realm, it's because of the argument that the number one argument and the reason why GT was bad in the first place was because they turned Goku into a child, right? Here's why I don't understand that. Literally in Dragon Ball GT they turn Goku into a child, but he maintains his adult mind, correct? In Super they literally they leave Goku as he is, but retcon the fuck out of him. Like, he literally has a different mindset. He has a mindset of a child. In GT, he is a child, and then Super, he literally has the mind of what GT has. How the fuck are you gonna question them for making Goku smaller physically when in Super he's literally a kid's cartoon? Like, that makes no sense to me. It is so obviously stupid that people don't understand that's not even the same Goku you saw in Z. And maybe they're new fans, so they don't really give a fuck about Z, and that's understandable. But to say that it's better because they left him as an adult, literally he makes no decisions that he would have in Z. And you can't even say that it's a bigger time period so his personality changes. Literally, that's another query I have with it. In Dragon Ball sequels, right, they literally have a time skip in which, like, it makes it a different story. I need to stop saying like, holy shit. But it makes it a different story rather than the previous one for like. But Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z skipped a few years, so like you're in a different time period. Different things are happening. You're immersed in the same story, but a different time period. So it's, you kind of get thrown into the same one, but you're interested to know what's different now. Super literally kicked off its beginning of the story right after Buu, which is, like, I already saw Goku and Goten and Vegeta, and literally Goten and Trunks are the same size that I saw them in the Buu Saga. I saw them all Buu Saga that size. Why the fuck do you think I want to see them that size again? Change shit up. That's the number one thing I think GT has over Super in the first place. The characters literally have so much more appeal to them just because they aged just a little bit. Like, now I'm invested in how Goten is, and how Trunks is, and how Vegeta is, and I'm seeing their background, versus I just get thrown into this new story, and for some reason Goku was acting stupid and Trunks has different colored hair. Now, I think that Trunks' hair was originally Bulma's color in the manga, but if it was purple all of Z, why the fuck would you make that change now? It makes no sense. Like, now I'm just confused as to why. Especially if I didn't read the manga back then, I don't know why the fuck you would do that. It makes absolutely no sense to change it this late in the game. That query be as it may. Move on to the next one. This is a query that I think that everybody can agree with, so I'm not going to get any backlash, so I'm just going to let it fly. I'm just going to say what the fuck I gotta say. Yeah. The entire premise of this God Ki, you know, this Powerpuff Girl transformation, if you will, this Crayola box transformation, if you will, this super duper Marvel superhero transformation, if you will, needs to be exiled, because the whole concept got messed up after God. Like, it made no sense. And then for it to originally be made Super Saiyan God in the beginning is actually stupid as fuck. Why would you name it that? Why would you name it Super Saiyan God if it just name it Saiyan God? Does that not make sense? Does that not make sense? And then you make Super Saiyan God Was that Toriyama? Be honest with me, did Toriyama come up with that? Because it's just, the math ain't math. It makes no sense. And then on top of that, getting past the name and the color, how ridiculous that already is, it does nothing. It's literally just an extra power up. Like, I get it that Super Saiyan Blue is on a completely different level than Super Saiyan, but what I mean is, in general, what does God Ki in itself do? Like, we are told that you can't sense it. It has all this pressure and shit. So I guess it has aura. I guess it should have Black Air Force energy. But besides that, what does it do, really? What does it do at its core? Like, what is different? Like, when you punch somebody, does it feel more stuffy? Like, can you drain their energy? That's what I mean by that. What is the point? Like, why didn't you just make a bigger aura if that was the case? God Ki does nothing. Like, it has no other attributes. The only unique, specific, you know, kind of things about God Ki is that is the godly techniques. And even those are bullshit, because we are told that Ultra Instinct is a technique, but it just makes you stronger. Now, Ultra Instinct, I'm not opposed to the idea of it making the user stronger if it wasn't specifically said to not make it stronger. You can just, no. Here's where I'm going with this. Goku and Vegeta are already like strong as fuck. At this point, they're just trying to like improve their technique, because physically they're strong. That's all. That's all they need. Like, they just need to sharpen their punches with more technique. So I understand the thing of Super Saiyan, I'm not Super Saiyan, but UI Goku just being a technique to sharpen his skills and to like dodge more effectively, punch more effectively, see open spots more effectively. But that's not what it does. He literally gets stronger. He literally gets stronger. In every definition of the word, UI is a power-up. Like, what the fuck? And then they go as far as to pass perfected UI in the manga. In the fight with Moro, he literally taps into this thing called True Ultra Instinct, where they pretty much just retcon the whole idea, and like they tell us they retconned it. He now uses the instinct of a Saiyan. He was using the instinct of a Saiyan before when he went Super Saiyan. He's always used the instinct of a Saiyan. So why is it now that his instinct as a Saiyan makes him be like, does it, he's not even dodging anymore. So the whole concept of UI gets moved out the window. He's not dodging. So it's literally a power-up. Why is it not Super Saiyan? Why isn't it evolved to Super Saiyan? True Ultra Instinct, the only reason why he was able to dodge is because he was honing that power of the angels, because the angels allow them to like fight without their mind, and then you bring your mind into it. So wouldn't that just take you out of Ultra? It's so stupid. It makes absolutely no sense, and I don't fucking understand why they even did that in the first place. Dumbest shit ever. Now, Vegeta Spectrum, Ultra Ego, personally, people think that name is hard as fuck. I think it's stupid. I think it's just dumb. Ultra, or your Ultra Instinct, I must be Ultra. Shut your ass up. But the real problem I have with that is it's literally just Vegeta. Have you noticed that? Like, when he went to fight, he did it. Okay, cool aura, cool power up. And I think that aura and power up like kind of took people's minds away from the fact that he's literally just doing what he did before. Like, if you take him back to the Majin Buu saga, when he fought Majin Buu knowing he was going to lose, he literally just kept getting beat up and he got back up again. Now, he wasn't getting that much stronger, but he was kind of like flaunting his shit, like I could do this, I can take a beating and get back up. Now, while he wasn't powering up in general, he was getting back up. Now, we go to the Moro fight. The only difference is it seems like he's getting a little bit more powerful as he gets up, but he still fucking passes out. Same shit. Like, if it was a power up, right, I'm expecting you to at least take the beating for a longer duration. He got beat up for a minute, but he got beat up pretty much the same as he did in Majin Buu. Like, you still didn't surpass him. You're just Vegeta with purple hair. That is stupid as well. I'm not gonna lie. You got to do something better with that. But I get that they keep having to put power ups to keep people's attention, because Blue wasn't cutting it. Blue was, I don't want to see Blue. Blue gets no dubs. Blue gets absolutely no dubs. I don't want to see that. But yeah, another query I have with Dragon Ball Super is the whole entire Tournament of Power arc was stupid. It was stupid. Especially the anime. The manga was a little bit better because it was shortened and like it wasn't as much bullshit, but the anime was absolutely stupid. You have about 1,000 people that I don't give a flying fuck about, and there's too many people for you to dive into each of their backgrounds, and that's what make people care. Like, I want to see the lore behind this person, and then I want to see him fight. But you don't have time to build that up if you have a roster full of ugly aliens, terrible character designs, stupid ass transformations, and then they go and fight, and I still don't give a fuck. So now I'm seeing this character that I know fight this character that I don't know, and so the fight is basically meaningless to me. And then I'm already not liking Gohan because Super Gohan is ass. Like he's trash. Like even like I think I dislike Gohan more when he started to train more. He was like, oh brother, just pick up a book. Like I don't want to see Gohan fight, and I don't know what it is. I really don't. Like even when he went into his beast transformation, that shit was absolutely like. I get it. You're trying to do the nostalgia, the Cell Max versus. First of all, that was a bootleg ass Cell, so that did do the trick. And then you gave him the dumbest fucking transformation I can think of. Why the fuck does he look like I drew him in kindergarten? I swear I drew that form of Gohan in kindergarten, and I'm not lying to you. White hair, bigger hair. And that brings me to another one. Another person I drew in kindergarten was Goku Black. Now, I know Goku Black is seen as the tip top of Dragon Ball Super, but I personally didn't like him. I get that the premise is kind of cool, like the Kai goes back and now you turn Goku into a god and it's basically this evil god trying to take out the mortals. But to me, like the way my brain sees it, it's just like evil Goku. Evil Goku. And you know who else did evil Goku? Me and like 1,000 other people in kindergarten. I wanted the evil Goku in kindergarten. I don't want it now. I really didn't want it now, but I'll give it his props. Goku Black was cool. His weapons were cool. His design was cool. So I'm going to get off the Goku Black art. I just personally, it just wasn't for me. But I get the appeal. I get why people would like that. But back to the universe Tournament of Power arc. Yeah, all that shit was ass. Literally none of them had any character. Their designs to me were pretty awful, especially Jiren's. And Jiren was the only fight that people actually wanted to fucking see. Like Jiren versus Goku was a highlight of Tournament of Power, but I couldn't get past his bland ass, bald ass alien. Like he had no person. He's basically a copy and paste alien from the internet with a dumbass suit on and buff as shit, SpongeBob ass muscles. Like, come on, man, come on. And then there's no stakes to the whole Tournament of Power arc at fucking all. Like you think the stakes for me is gonna be you booping people out of existence? It looks like they just fucking logged off. Like you literally boop, and then they just blink. Am I supposed to care? I don't give a fuck about half the cast. Like, who did I care about? Hit, probably because I just met him before, and nobody fucking else. Like, I did not care about anyone else. You think I'm supposed to feel sorry for Jiren? Fuck Jiren. I don't know who the fuck Jiren is. I just know he's the buff alien dude who has the most basic storyline in it. But, oh, my master got killed. Bitch, talk to Tanjiro. His whole family got killed. Literally, Goku had to kill his brother. Goku lost his grandpa. His mentor. He went through the same. Dragon Ball Super is ass to me. I'm sorry. Like, talking about it is making me think it's even more ass than I originally thought. And on top of that, oh shit, something just slipped my mind. I had something. Let me take a... Coffee, help me. I hate that they redid the Saiyan arc. Like, the Saiyans seemed kind of cool. Like, they were this strong race for their time, right? They were strong as fuck for their time. Like, for their, like, compared to the average planet, they were strong. And they were savages. That's the part that made you like the Saiyans. They were savage. And then you take them, and then you show me a civilized and fucking environment where most of them look soft as shit. Like, when I imagine Saiyans, I think, like, rubbled down houses, living in squatter homes, and, like, just sitting on top of the home, not even on the bottom, just biting a raw piece of chicken. That's what I think when I think Saiyans. And then you put them in this Nappa-ass, cartoon-ass armor, even Bardock. Like, Bardock doesn't even look hard anymore. The only thing that saved Bardock for me was his fight with Gas. When he arrived on the fucking, planet Cereal. But had he not done that, Bardock would have looked like a fool to me. Like, the whole retcon, you literally could have gave him the same armor and just added that piece of pizza story in with Bardock landing on it. Like, you didn't have to. Fuck, man. Now, I knew Goku's mom wasn't gonna be all that. I just wanted to know what she looked like. But when I saw her and the rest of the Saiyan race, I'm like, oh man, these niggas are pussy. Like, bro, that did not do me any favors in terms of the Saiyan race. That did not do me any favors at all. If you were gonna do that whole Tournament of Power arc, though, you could have just focused on one universe in order to do it, and then getting hooked on that universe. And I feel like I would have liked it 10 times more. 10 times more at least. But Fuck, you did do that, did you? Holy shit, you did not do that at all. But yeah, that's pretty much the basis of my hate for Dragon Ball Super. And as for Dragon Ball GT, literally it does, like, it has a story, a captivating story where most people, and even if you don't get the backstory of the characters, like I get the, like, the general dude, but you get like his whole stick, like you get like why he's there, and then like you're not pretty much invested in him, but he seems like a cool character, right? You have this journey, you're going to find the Black Star Dragon Balls, which is obviously something that makes sense. Like, it makes sense that if you overuse the Dragon Balls, you're going to have to like there's going to be some sort of consequence. So like the premise of Dragon Ball GT made sense. And then you had Baby the Tuffle, so you go into it, made sense. Now they didn't do everything perfect, but the story once again made sense. And then you had a transformation that made sense. You didn't have to keep adding transformations. You see what I'm saying? And then you had the fusion that made sense. And then you had Shadow Dragons that weren't just more powerful than the next one. They had different techniques, and it was fun to see the characters deal with those. It just made sense. I'm not saying it was perfect, but once again, it made sense. That's gonna end my rant on this. I'm probably gonna leave it pretty raw. I'm not gonna edit that much because I just want to get my thoughts out there. But yeah, like and subscribe if you agree. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you again, because I feel like I just spat facts. Like I didn't even give any, you know, like biases. I just argue if you want to. Argue with your own again. I don't know.